So it's early August and it's been raining on and off. Actually, we've had some really quite heavy rain recently, but in some ways that's a good thing. Well, in many ways that's a good thing. One of which is that the blackberries have developed and they're looking really good. So I thought we'd get out here today and pick some of these lovely blackberries. So just going to have a wander around the hedgerows and see what we can find. But there's some really nice blackberries out here today. It's still a little bit early in the season for them, but because we've had a nice dry early summer and then some good rain, we've got some very nicely developing fruits. So we'll keep on looking and let's see if we can fill up these containers with blackberries. Now, blackberries as a plant are tremendously variable, and so if we look here, the blackberries we saw earlier, the fruits were quite spherical, but here we've got fruits that are more elongated typically and more sort of raspberry shape, and that's just normal for blackberries. That's what they do. They're not just really one species. In fact, they're a group of subspecies that don't mind interbreeding at all, and so the result is blackberries as a thing are quite a variable bunch of plants. Anyway, we're doing quite well. So while we're out here picking blackberries, I also noticed some very fine hazelnuts right there. However, it's very unlikely that we'll get to eat those because the squirrels will probably get there first. Now, just up here is a promise for something later in the season. These are sloes, and the bushes here are heavy with them. Sloes are like very small, bitter black plums. Can't be eaten fresh, but they can be used to make some very tasty liqueur drinks. So we'll be doing that later in the season. We'll be making some sloe gin. These sloes here look like they're almost ripe, despite it only being early August. Let's have a look and see. You can tell by squeezing them. No, they're still rock hard, so they've still got probably another month's ripening to go. But I think the sloes are probably going to be early this year, like the blackberries were. So traditional advice is to wait until after the first frost to pick sloes, because they're supposed to be better in quality after they've been frosted. However, I think that could be one of those things where if we wait until after the first frost, there just won't be any to pick. They'll all fall off. So we'll keep an eye on these and we'll pick some sloes, probably early September. It's kind of quite late in the day really for picking blackberries, and everywhere I've been there's quite a lot of evidence that people have been here before me. Reason being, the best fruits that are left on the bushes now are the ones that are just a little bit out of reach for people, I guess, with shorter arms than myself. So, you know, I could complain about that. Oh, somebody else has been here and got all the good ones, but I don't think it's really right to complain about somebody who's doing the same thing I am, which is taking advantage of this lovely harvest. So good luck to them. So I think that'll probably do. I've got some fantastic wild blackberries here in my 2 little pots. Certainly enough to make a very nice blackberry pie or blackberry crumble. So thanks for joining me out here picking blackberries today. I think we've probably had the best of the day now. In fact, I can see rain falling over there. So let's get home, have a cup of coffee and call it a day. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.